Installation of the radio and remote head intercom in the Maverick R is an easy installation requiring only a few holes to be drilled and a minor cut along the dash. This video will cover two installation options. The first is the dash mount, positioning the radio below the dash with the intercom rocker switch controls right above. The second installation option is for those who chose the top mount, which places the radio mount with two rocker switch holes above the dash. Manufactured from ABS plastic, this option gets the radio and controls up and out of the way while providing a great factory look and finish. In both cases, the intercom body itself is mounted in the tray below the dash. Regardless of your mount choice, installation begins by removing the passenger seat to expose the center console panels. The first panel to be removed can be done by hand without any tools and just a little effort. To remove the second panel, unbolt the two screws as shown and lift the panel out. Secure the active filter to the panel behind the dash as shown with a simple peel and stick adhesive. Notice the direction of the arrow pointing downwards to the battery. That power lead will connect to your power leads. The leads from the top of the active filter will connect to your radio and intercom. Run the length of your headset or helmet kit cables along the center console with enough lead to connect to the intercom. Secure the jacks along the seat belt as shown. The driver's side push-to-talk attaches to the steering wheel. The additional cable lead runs back behind the dash to connect with the intercom in the next step. Shown here, the passenger push-to-talk attaches to the grab bar. Follow the instructions with your included push-to-talk for more detailed instructions. In this installation, we added an optional master power switch. This switch turns communications power on and off to prevent constant battery drain. If you're not using a master power switch, connect the power leads directly to the battery terminals. If you prefer to power your communications only when the vehicle is on, you can attach your positive lead to the accessory port shown here. Next, the intercom mount can be attached with the Maverick tray in or out of the vehicle. If you prefer to remove the tray for ease of installation, simply remove a single bolt on each side. This next clip is from another installation but should help illustrate how the snap mount works. We used the two bolts that came with your intercom and slide them into the channel alongside your intercom. The edge of the mount slides into the channel along the intercom, holding it in place while the bolts on the opposite side secure it into the mount. Tighten the bolts with a 10mm wrench. With the intercom in hand, attach headset cables, push-to-talks, radio, and power leads. Next, drill a 3/8" hole in the gusset as shown here, being sure to leave enough clearance for the NMO to clear the bar. Once drilled, attach the NMO and antenna. Now run the coax cable as shown here. It's important to use the full length of the coax cable and not to coil it. So run the cable down the back of the cage, along the passenger side, then along the front and down the A-pillar to connect to your radio. To protect your cable, secure the coax using adjustable R-wraps. Soft tie R-wraps are a reusable, trimmable cable tie that's easy to adjust and reposition. The hook and loop design keeps your cable secure and prevents pinching, crimping, or over-tightening of critical communications cables, commonly associated with zip ties. As a general tip, throughout this installation, use R-wraps to keep your cables secure, safe, and keep your installation clean. Now, let's look at our first mount option, the dash mount. The dash mount option places the radio below the dash with the intercom rocker switch controls right above. Remove two screws to detach the switch panel. Using the supplied hardware, secure the two bolts to the factory bar as shown. Next, a small cutting of the dash is required to provide clearance for the radio. The plastic is soft enough that a standard box cutter should be sufficient. Simply cut away a little of the dash as shown here. Now secure the radio mount assembly to the factory bar and reinstall the switch panel. Secure the accessory hub as shown on the lower left kick panel by the driver's left leg. This will provide access for firmware and radio programming and a 3.5 audio out port for an optional external speaker without having to remove the radio. Now let's look at our second mount option, the top mount. Begin by removing the panel shown here. Prepare the mount by installing the mobile radio and securing it to the mount with the provided screws as shown. Next, remove the 12-volt plug as shown here by backing off the nut on the backside and pulling the 12-volt plug through. Feed the power, coax, extension, and accessory hub cables through the hole. Connect all cables to the radio and ensure you've completed all cable connections to the intercom as well. You can now connect the remote head intercom into the switch panel on the mount or use an available switch hole below the mount. Align the top panel as shown here and mark 4 holes we need to drill. Using a 5/16 drill bit, drill out the 4 holes, being careful not to drill deeper than required. Place the mount in position and secure in place with the 4 provided push pins. Secure the accessory hub as shown on the lower left kick panel by the driver's left leg. This will provide access for firmware and radio programming and a 3.5 audio out port for an optional external speaker without having to remove the radio. Your installation is complete. It's always best to test radio and intercom performance in an outdoor open area. As always, Rugged Radio stands by to help with any questions you have. Check out product manuals and instructions online or give us a call for assistance. Get ready to go further.